Hey guys, Benjamin Albright, NFL Underground. I want to talk to you today about the Phantom Football Forum. Designed to give you greater access to me. You get the latest intel, insider information, rumors, news, notes, injury information, Vegas lines, fantasy football, power rankings. Watch football games live with me. Phantom Football Forum. Only $1 for your first month if you sign up today. Facebook.com/WatchPhantom. The link right here. Come join us today.
Hey everybody, welcome to Noon O'Clock. I'm TJ Carpenter. I hope everybody is enjoying their Friday. The weekend is here. So we will talk about the Rockies and the Broncos. All I need from the Rockies is just to get me through this week. If you can sweep the Astros, kudos, buddy. That would be awesome. And then you can get me to Broncos season, and then Saturday gets here, training camp starts, and I'm good to go. So that's really all I need from the Rockies is just sweep the Astros. That's basically as good as winning the World Series when you think about it. Astros, defending world champs, beat them, sweep them, you're good to go. Then you can just focus on the Broncos because I know that's what you want to do anyways. So we'll talk about that here in a second. And what's up, Andy, Zach, Jenna, Wade, Ari, everybody's joining the show. Thanks, guys. Thanks for showing up. Please share this with your loved ones because we're getting pretty close to football season, and you're not going to be sharing much of anything with your loved ones once football gets here. Andy says the Rockies couldn't sweep the Rangers. Hey, first of all, yes, they could. And you know they won't sweep the Astros, even though it would be awesome if they did. I think that they will sweep the Astros. So suck it, buddy. And then Ari says, don't you hate pants? I mean, wait a second. Are you talking to Andy? Because Andy says pants are the worst. Fire, fire, fire emoji. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of pants. I mean, if we're talking about the attributes of pants, I mean, you get good coverage. There's good leg coverage. I always feel like though the crotches in pants are all different. I kind of like a big crotch. I like a lot of space down there. But, you know, I need to be free, I guess is my point here, which is really more about your underpants. And I'm not a fan of the underpants. I like tighty-whities. If you're a tighty-whitey guy or a Speedo guy, look, my wife bought me a pair of pants from underpants from Lululemon the other day. They're just not, I don't like the compression. It's just, it doesn't feel... I need freedom. I need freedom down there. Correct. So give us your underpants takes. Are you pro or anti? Do you need some restriction? Do you need to feel safe? You need a thunder jacket for your junk? Because that's basically what tighty whities are. So just do you need to feel safe down there, or are you freewheeling and free balling like me? Yes, please give us all of your underpants takes in the comments section. But before any of that, we're like, this show is, it's a Friday, guys. If you're looking for a house in Denver, go to tjsagent.com. Brent Malia was my wife and I's real estate agent. We could not have been happier with the results, and that's really the point, right? You want the best house with everything that you want in it, and none of the hassle that comes with sometimes home buying, especially in a market that you get a lot of turnover like in Denver. So, yes, I would say absolutely go check out Brent at brentmalia.com. Also, tjsagent.com. That's the best place to go. And then, of course, PlatteRiverMortgage.com if you are looking for a mortgage in Denver. Sean Sedita helped us with our mortgage. Got the best possible rate because of Platte River Mortgage. You want the best possible rate as well, so use them when you are buying, selling, or refinancing your mortgage. Okay, so let's see here. Zach, 3 minutes in and off the rails. New record. Look, this is how every show in the morning goes with myself, Nate Lundy, Sean Drotar, Mile High Sports mornings at 5280, 1340 AM and 104.7 FM. I always forget the FM one. And then let's see. Jenna says, when did we move from pants to underpants? The second that I realized that all of my issues with pants really had more to do with underpants. So, like the tight jeans, my wife tries to buy me tight jeans all the time. Last pair she bought me, it's tough because they're all tight through the thighs. I got large, thunderous thighs, like Bo Jackson in his prime. And so I need the space. I need the space in the leg and in the I need a larger area down there. I need to be free, which is why I like wearing gym shorts. Gym shorts are the best. I look, my wife does not like the fact that I wear gym shorts as often as I do, but she thinks that they make me look like I have no legs and that I look very short. So she doesn't like that I wear gym shorts as often as I do. But you know what? They're comfortable. They're comfortable, and I don't have to worry about being constricted in any way, shape, or form. Jenna says TMI. Yeah, well, you're telling me. Craig, I go commando. Good for you, buddy. See, that's what I can't. I still need another layer. I have my boundaries, and my boundary is I need a layer. I just can't do the constriction. Craig says saves on laundry. That's true. Andy, because you're free balling. Yep. Tom Petty, love that. Craig says, I hate underwear unless. Jenna, no, you don't. No, I don't what? Like wearing pants? Tight pants are only for Europeans. Well, look, I don't know about that. There is a femininity to the athletes over there that I think makes a lot of American men uncomfortable with themselves. So there's this fashion. I think it's a fashion thing over there, and I'm not arguing against the fashion of tight jeans because I look pretty good, and I look pretty good in tight jeans, to be honest with you. But I would say that it's mostly about aesthetics. I mean, to be totally honest with you, that's why the tight jeans are so popular. But I'm not like women will suffer for their fashion, and God bless you. Like, I really respect that when you are willing to suffer for your art. I appreciate it. I think all men do. But I'm not that way. I'm not going to make myself feel uncomfortable to look a certain way. That's just not how I am. That's just not how I operate. And look, maybe you're like that. Maybe that's you. You'll do that. I'm not going to go that far. I'm too lazy. Let's see here. Andy says, not sure what was just said, but I just heard TJ loves skinny jeans. I mean, like skinny jeans are okay. Like I said, I think they look good. I think when my wife is picking out clothes for me, she thinks, what will he look good in? And I think, which is why I wear gym shorts or sweatpants most of the time. It's the most comfortable of the garments. I don't understand why it's not more popular. We'll talk about this. Overrated, underrated. Tight jeans, overrated. Way overrated. In fact, in my pantheon of leg wear, jeans aren't even close. Nowhere. Especially not skinny jeans. But I will say, like, sweatpants, definitely on my Mount Rushmore of pants or leg wear. Gym shorts, in. I'm all about the gym shorts. I think those are good. Now, see, golf shorts a little constricting, and they're always too short. I'm not a fan of the golf shorts. What are those wispy, like, I don't even know what they're called, but women wear them to the beach. They're just free-flowing. They're not even really pants. They're just sort of like streams of cloth that wisp in the wind as women walk across the pool. I think those they seem really comfortable. I think that those are really good leg wear just to be comfortable around the house, I feel like. And then I'm going to say kilt. I think the kilt is an underrated garment. It's very simple. It's going to work. It's multi-sexual, so you can go, it doesn't matter, man, woman, doesn't matter. You can wear a kilt. So I definitely think kilt is up there. Underrated. One of the most underrated. I think sweatpants maybe takes the cake. They're like, what's an overachieve? They're like the San Antonio Spurs of pants. There's no reason why that organization should win as much as they do. But lo and behold, and they don't get nearly enough credit. So I'm absolutely saying sweatpants are the San Antonio Spurs of leg wear. All right. We're off to a rough start here today on the show. Let's see, what do we have here in terms of the comments. Craig says, what's your favorite flavor? I don't know where you're going with that, Craig. Jenna says, have thighs like Bo Jackson. All caps. No, you don't. Jenna, first of all, don't put me on blast like that publicly. Second of all, I mean, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and so is leg mass a lot of times. You don't know. I don't wear tight-fitting garments that often. Wade says, if you're European, you should have your pants out of the way. Agreed. I can't debate that. Andy says Case Keenum loves skinny jeans. Probably. I think Case Keenum definitely, he's a skinny jean wearer. I think that he also likes cowboy hats. I think Case Keenum seems pro cowboy hat, which is good because I think a lot of people in Colorado are also pro cowboy hat. I don't have a problem with a cowboy hat. I personally can never pull it off, and I'm not really a hat guy. I kind of was in high school for a little while, but really for the most part, I mean, these are my credentials. I have to let people know that they can trust me. And really what this has turned into now is a parody of the trusty newsman haircut. This is why I don't get stopped in traffic. This is why I can go a little bit over the speed limit on the highway. This is my credential for speeding just a little bit of speeding. I can get away with it. I'm not going to get pulled over for no reason with his haircut. So it's just my way through the world. You ever see that? It's like the first or second episode of Mad Men where he's like locked in an apartment with a bunch of hippies and he's trying to get out, but there's cops in the hallway. So everybody thinks that they have to stay in there. Otherwise, if they go outside, they're going to get arrested. And Don Draper wants to leave. And he says, "You can't go out there, man." And Draper just looks at him and he's got a really nice suit and tie on. And he says, "No, you can't." And then leaves. It was a really big boss move, but he couldn't do that with that haircut. That's the point. Straight-laced gets you a lot of things in life. Let's see here. Zach just laughing, crying laughter. Thank you, Zach. I'm sure you're laughing at me, not with me. Wade says, others have the right to wear whatever they want, but skinny jeans don't look good and would be uncomfortable. Agreed. We'll see. Here's the thing. I think they look fine. I don't have a problem with the skinniness of them. I have a problem with how the skinniness, it's really suffocating. Really, especially and then at the knees, it always does something weird, and then you keep going down, and either it's too much. See, I don't like wearing socks that really go that high. I like wearing the lower socks, and then if the jeans are too tight around your calf, then your leg hairs to get all. It's not a comfortable feeling. So I think that's the other issue I have a lot of times is you don't know what the jeans are going to do post knee. You can't really control what happens down there either, which is unless you're making custom fit jeans, which if you've got enough money to do that, kudos to you. You're winning at life. Let's see here. Craig says, "Sag your skinny jeans." All right, can't say that word. Andy says, "I need my shorts to hit below the knee for me to be comfortable in them." I don't know if below the knee always, but it's at the knee. At the very least, at the knee. I can go at knee, above knee with the golf shorts. I don't know if I can do that. That's too preppy for me. Let's see here. Craig, what's up with these kids nowadays? I don't know. You tell me. Wade says, "New-aged boho parachute pants." I don't know what that is, Wade, but put a link somewhere in the chat so that we can look at what new-aged boho parachute pants are. Craig says, "Are you kidding me? Was this in reaction to my Mount Rushmore of pants?" Ari says, "Sounds like something people wear in hippie Colorado." Everything that people wear in hippie Colorado is comfortable, Ari. Down south, men wear very tight Levi Strauss jeans with a gun holster and a cowboy hat that's wider than your shoulders. And that's just I think they give that to you as a uniform when you enter Dallas. So, in fact, I'm pretty sure that I saw them actually hand them to Ari at the border on Facebook Live. Which, by the way, people are talking about the border. That's the border they're talking about. They're not talking about the border with Mexico. They're talking about the border between Dallas and the rest of Texas. They're trying to keep the ingrates out. And Jerry's doing everything he can to keep the riffraff at bay, but it's just not working. It's getting in. Ari just moved there. He's going to be doing pre- and post-game coverage of the Cowboys on the Fan down in Dallas. Man, I can't believe Jerry lets you into the city, Ari. Let's see. Andy says the below the waist fashion talk is riveting. Thank you, Andy. I appreciate that. You're sticking with the show, and this is why you need to share this with your friends. Share the freaking feed, people. Let's see. Wade says, and one basketball shorts year round. Absolutely. I'm wearing some right now. Craig Christensen, parachute pants rocked. Ari, LOL. Sweatpants are the San Antonio Spurs pants. How can you disagree with that? Ari, leg mass is most definitely not in the eye of the beholder. I disagree, Ari. I disagree. Wade says Vaughn is a parachute pants with cowboy hat kind of guy. Yeah, I think that's true, actually. Did you see what he was wearing at the ESPYs? He was wearing a 3-piece Carhartt suit. That's fashion right there. If you can pull that look off, he's a little bit country and a little bit WTF. That's what Von Miller is. Carhartt 3-piece tuxedo. And I do love the fact that they paired him up with Allison Brie. She is great at everything she does. Have you guys seen, is it Glow? Ladies of Wrestling, Glow. It's really, really good. You guys should check it out. I've seen season 1. I haven't seen season 2 yet, but it's out on Netflix. I highly recommend season 1. So go check that out. Ari says, parody of the trusty newsman is definitely how I would describe you. Thanks, Ari. Bling. It's like Buddy Jesus from Dogma, only Buddy news guy, Buddy fake news guy. Now I just need to move to Atlanta and convince Ted Turner to pay me $1 billion. Let's see. Craig, don't hurt him, Hammer. My boys my boys hang low. Good to know, Craig. Wade, Cracker Craig. Wade, new-aged boho parachute pants are what I call the wispy girl beach pants. Well, I think those look really comfortable. I don't know. I've never worn a pair, but maybe someone who's in the female population can tell us what exactly wearing the new-aged boho parachute pants makes you feel like. I would imagine free. I'm just going to say free. Free and confident. I've never seen a woman walk through a pool wearing a pair of those without some sass and some confidence. Those are power pants, I think. There are some of those. The power suit. They talk about power pants. It's impossible for a woman to walk across the pool in a pair of those and not do it with a loop. Wade, Buddy Christ is my homie. That's a good reference, isn't it? We are 20 minutes in, and I have not talked about the thing that's on the screen right now. The NFL market tested their new anthem policy reaction. Do we need to talk about that? Did you guys see that today? That the Ross of the Miami Dolphins, the owner of the Miami Dolphins, who's actually one of the more progressive owners in the league, he is getting just lambasted today because the Miami Dolphins released the maximums and minimums for team punishment, and so somebody got a hold of the policy and said, "Hey, look, they're instituting this anthem policy. Dolphins just released this. That means you could get up to 4 games of a suspension for kneeling for the national anthem." And people lost their shit today on social media, and understandably so. When you hear the headline, and this is where I think that there is a legitimate gripe with the media, the evil media, me, trusted media guy. I'm going to tell you the truth, guys. I'll tell you the truth right now. Okay, so here's what happened. So they release this thing, and then the news picks it up and they says, "Oh wow, you could get up to 4 games suspension for kneeling for the national anthem." They're not going to suspend anybody for 4 games. But the thing that I think is intriguing about this is that the NFL likes to do this a lot of times, where they will basically market test a reaction to a rule change or something that they're thinking about doing with one team to see how people will gauge the reaction. And they picked, in this case, I think the Miami Dolphins to market test to see what people would react if they did a league-wide announcement of the policy. Because this kind of information doesn't leak unless you have somebody who really wants to hurt the league, or if you have somebody who wants to gauge reaction to something. And I think it's definitely the latter. Obviously, people lost their shit today. It was not pretty on social media. Everybody's upset with the Dolphins. Everybody's upset with Ross today. Everybody's upset with the NFL. And we get back into like just pointing the finger at and blaming the NFL for not understanding things. And I don't know. I think that they're just putting their toe in the water. I think that this is really just quite literally stirring the pot, which is, it's amazing. The NFL hates the media, right? This is a thing that's been happening where anytime that you don't like the coverage, you just blame the media for being irresponsible. And once again, dumb media actually just falls right into the hands of the NFL and goes for it. And it works. I did not look. First of all, of all the owners in the league, Ross is not going to be the one to suspend players for kneeling. If you want to go down and look at what old cruddy-duddy what's-his-face down in Houston, or like Jerry Jones would do something about it, I think Elway would try to impose some sort of suspension at the Broncos, tried to kneel for the national anthem, although he didn't last year when Brandon Marshall did. But yeah, there's all those. There are a lot of other owners in the league who I think would try to impose a suspension. Ross is not the one who would do it. The Dolphins aren't the organization who would do that. So they're trying to gauge reaction in a really liberal market in the country. They're trying to gauge reaction for a really liberal owner to see how people would react to it. And I think that the way people have reacted to it has been exactly how I would expect them to react to an actual rule. So I think the NFL just confirmed that they don't need to wade into those waters again. But, to do this in this way, I think is surreptitious. I think it's a little bit flagrantly so. But that's just me. Other people aren't going to buy into the conspiracy. Other people aren't going to buy into that. They're just going to say, oh, well, the NFL's stupid. And you are well within your right to have that opinion. I don't think that they're stupid. I think they care about money. I think that's all they care about. I don't think that they look at this issue in particular, which is some kind of battle for the soul of America. I don't really view it that way, but that's how it's playing in the media, and that's how it's playing on social media. So, I think the NFL right here, they very intentionally stirred the pot on something, and now they're getting this kind of reaction, and yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing to me. Okay, so let's get to some comments here, guys. Let's see. Let's see here. It's like group therapy, birthday suit. What's like group therapy? Being naked? Feels like being naked. Wearing those pants? Does wearing the pants feel like being naked? Because that's what I want. I want that feeling. I'm very comfortable naked. I'm comfortable in my own skin. Very comfortable. It doesn't really bother me at all. I know a lot of people are kind of ashamed of what's going on in this area that they have to cover up. I just have never felt that way. I'm very, and I'm not like in phenomenal shape. I have not been working out as much as I would like. I have a gym membership that I have not gotten a great value out of. I've only been working out like once a week the last few months. But it's look, I try to take care of a little bit. I'm fine. I've never had any issue with my body, even when I wasn't in great shape. I'm just saying, you got to feel free and you got to feel comfortable. And the best way to do that is to get totally naked and dance in front of a mirror. It is really good for your psyche. It's good for your well-being. I think it's healthy. You don't have to do it like let the dog in the room or something. He'll jump around with you. He'll think it's fun. So just follow your instincts there. We want to be naked. We really do. Okay, let's see here. Finger snap in Z formation. Yes, that's how those women who walk across the pool in those whoosh pants, that's how they all, you cannot wear a pair of those and not be confident. Let's see, Craig, Andy, you need a pick of Buddy Christ to go along with your Brent Malia and Platte River Mortgage picks. Just put him in there as a sponsor. It's just have, you know what we need? We need to get Brent Malia and Sean Sedita both with their thumbs up and then have Buddy Christ in the middle. I think let's move some product, people. Okay, let's see here. Craig, naked is awesome. Agreed. He's an idiot. Miami should find themselves over this nonsense. I agree with that. But I just don't think that it's real. I think he is getting just crushed by the wave of outrage right now online. And it's not like the NFL's not evil. I definitely think that they're evil. But what I think's happening right now is they're trying to market test how evil they can be. And they're like, okay, well, that's too evil. All right, that's too overtly evil. We can't do that. All right, we're not going to do that. Okay, well, let's find some less overt way to be evil. I really do feel like all 31 of the rich guy owners and then their Green Bay Patsy, who they have in the room, all of those people just sit around a giant circle table, like in that Peter Sellers movie. Gosh, why can I? What's the name of that movie? Man. Something blood danger or something. Man, I am drawing a blank. Anyways, I can remember Peter Sellers, but I can't remember the name of that movie, which is like one of the most famous movies ever. But yeah, they're all evil. They're all sitting around a giant space age circle table, just like debating how evil they can be. Because that's really what the NFL is. It's not that they're anti or pro America. I think each of them kind of has their own opinions and thoughts on it. I don't think they really care. I think what they care about is how much money they're making and whether or not their audience is going to stick with them through the thick and the thin. And what they're doing right now is really just kind of market testing where they can and can't. They're testing out the fences like Raptors. Raptor? Let's see here. Hashtag I'm with Cap. Yeah, me too. I am. I think pretty much everybody is. I don't know. I say pretty much everybody. Like people down in Texas, Tejas may not be. I don't. Everybody here in Colorado is with Cap, except for the guy who's the GM, who's would never give Colin Kaepernick a job, John Elway. Let's see here. There actually is quite a bit. There's Colorado's a weird place, but there's a lot of both actually. There's no real middle ground. Let's see here. Craig, I'm getting naked, just freshly manscaped. Good for you, man. Buddy Christ would go free balling with Mary Magdalene. Yep. That's, a lot of people theorize that that actually happened. Remember the Da Vinci Code? That was a big thing in there. That Mary Magdalene was his wife. Let's see. Wade says, yeah, but she's always checking out Judas in his fashionable robes. Well, he had a lot of silver to spend there at the end. So I'm guessing that at least I hope Ari on air worked blessed. Yes, good. Yes, keeping Ari on the air. Hashtag keep Ari on air. He is on the air. He's on 105.3 The Fan down in Texas, down in Dallas, which is it's a great radio station. Really happy for Ari. He deserves it. Check out his show here on Phantom. Ari is really hardworking and doesn't know how to take my jokes. Let's see here. Dang, man, the NFL is dumb. Yes, the NFL is dumb. Goodell undermines common sense, free speech, and for the sake of money only, he should be fired years ago. But that's the thing is that he's representing the interests of the owners. That's why he's never going to get fired, because he's done that very well. And he's also taken the heat off of the owners for about the last decade. Really only until this year, the last 12, 18 months or so, have we really pinpointed the owners as culprits, and being responsible for a lot of the mess that the league is in. It's pretty much all been the front office of the league. It's been Roger Goodell to be the whipping boy. He has been a patsy for them to just put everything else off on, and it's worked for the most part. We're barely scratching the surface of how responsible owners are for things. So at least to them, he's paid for himself 10 times over. But he knew that for a second, and then realized that the owners could find anybody to do that job when he asked for a yacht and free health care for life and all this other. Did they end up giving him that contract? I can't remember, but it was something stupid. It was something silly. Jerry Jones sued him over it. Let's see here. Wade says 20 plus years without a single workout. That's sticking to a program. It is. Pink Panther? No. It was it's like something to do with the apocalypse, like a nuclear apocalypse. Unless they are edible on females. I don't know what you're talking about, Cracker Craig. Goodell, that's too evil, too overtly evil. Reel it in, boys. Yes, that's right. That's exactly what happened here. All right, guys, that's too evil. We can't do that. Let's be a little bit less evil. Blade Runner? It's not Blade. It's not the Hunger Games. It's got the cowboy riding on the front of the nuclear missile. Gosh, what is the name of that movie? Let's see. That's I do. That's the line from Goodell. Nope, that's too evil. That's too overtly evil. Reel it in, boys. That's the line. Yes, that line was uttered at some point by Roger Goodell in a giant boardroom full of like insanely rich white guys. That's what yes, that's what happened. And he's the voice of reason in that room. That's what's so scary, is that I really do think Roger Goodell is the least evil of the people who are in charge of this league. Let's see. Cesar, hola. What's up? What's up, Cesar? Let's see. Wade says Blade Runner. Yeah. Wizards of Waverly Place, the movie. Dr. Strangelove. Yes, there we go. Yes, Dr. Strangelove. Dr. Strangelove is the movie I was thinking of. And look, I think that's how I view the National Football League at this point. They're all like that. They're all kind of oblivious. I've if you ever listen to somebody who's like insanely rich talk about the world, they all have this sort of grandiose perception that they can that somehow their life, the things that they do have massive, far-reaching effects in people's lives. And I think to some extent that's partially true, especially if you're like the presidents or something. But if you're an NFL owner, like Jerry Jones is a good example. I think Jerry Jones thinks that when he orders a whiskey sour that like markets over in India and China are affected by it. I think he has a really profound opinion of how important every action and behavior he has is. And people who behave like that are just way... Zach says TJ making references prior to 2002. Yeah. Of course, yeah. That's I don't make references that are post 2002. No, look, I think that like I said, I think most of the NFL owners, Jerry Richardson's a perfect example of an NFL owner who has a far too high of an opinion of himself and what he does mattering. Look, I think everything kind of matters the same. You know, that's just my kind of life philosophy. I don't think that any one person can lay claim to having a greater purpose than any other person. I just don't think that's how it works. But I certainly think that if you are an NFL owner and if you're like, that's how you're known in society. People know Jerry Jones as NFL owner. People knew Jerry Richardson as an NFL owner. And I think that when you're in that pocket of that sphere of influence, is that people kind of view what you do as important but trivial. There's a whole portion of the population that doesn't even give a rip about sports. You know, that there's a little bit of derision and lack of respect for what sports is in our society. So there's that exists. We're not debating whether or not that's true, but that exists. There are people who think that way. So those people will look at sports owners who are way too full of themselves with even greater derision. It makes you almost like a parody of yourself. And right now, the way that the NFL is behaving, that's how I think most people view the league. They view these men behaving in a way that is super self-important, when in reality, the thing that they do fundamentally isn't. And so it almost makes what they're doing and how they're behaving more laughable than it already was in principle. So, you know, I think that it's easy to dismiss. It's easy to dismiss people like that. It's easy to dismiss that. But the reality of the situation is that when you dismiss it and you dismiss that type of behavior on an issue like freedom of speech or freedom of religion, or one of those like core fundamental principles that we all sort of universally agree on in human society and in American society, although freedom of speech apparently is not really one of those things anymore. I don't know when that happened, but that happened some point after I was born. last 2 or 3 years, really. But getting off track here. When you take a serious issue like that and then you put somebody else who's kind of like a buffoon clown rich guy over, in charge of deciding how that situation goes, it is, of course, primed for disaster. We've taken 31 overpaid, overly self-important, confident idiots and put them in charge of a really important issue for a lot of people. And that's a disaster. That is Dr. Strangelove. That is what that is. And look, fortunately, if they really do go through with this and they start imposing suspensions on people for kneeling, I want to see this through. I want to see what happens here, because at the very least, we're going to see what the result is, right? Because then there's a wish and a hope that, society should put pressure on the NFL owners to not do what they're doing. Okay, well, that's not going to work. Because that never works. Putting pressure on rich people to behave a certain way, are you freaking kidding me? Where have you been the last forever? So I want to see this play out. I want to see the guys actually take a knee in the face of the emperor up in the box saying, you take a knee, I'm chopping people's heads off. And the guy takes the knee. I want to see how that plays out. Because this is a huge bluff. All right, this is a huge sort of. I want to show you guys how much power I have. I want to show these servant quarter, dwellers in the NFL. I want these players, my workforce. I mean business. That's what this is. And I want to see this through. Let's see what happens. All right, okay, fine. You've won me over. Let's do this thing. Okay, let's see a battle on the field. I want to see a battle between the two teams, but I also want to see a battle between the players and the owners. Let's go. Let's do this thing. Let's do it. On full lockout, drama city. It's going to be the biggest TV ratings the league's ever had. We're going to all pay attention to whether people are being shown kneeling, whether or not the league wants the television networks to show it, and then all of a sudden you're going to get the news networks involved, and they say, well, hey, you can't suppress freedom of speech because the networks are free. We gave them to you for free under the guise that you would always honor the public interest. So you can't do this with the NFL doesn't get to call the shots there. And then it's like a huge, Congress is getting involved, and you have the Supreme Court weighing in, and then of course Donald Trump's gone off the rails. We're past. We thought last season gave us a reprieve. This has been mostly a non-issue throughout the offseason, and now you've decided you want to bring it back up. All right, I'm in. Let's do this. Let's see it through. That's kind of where I am with it. If you want to play this whole thing out on the national stage for all of us to watch and then weigh in on and argue about, I'm for it. I'm totally for it. I am here for the mess. I'm here for it. All right. Okay, let's see. Let's go through here. Wade says, once I gave strange love to a doctor once. Trump like effing morons. Yeah. Jenna, kinda like how profound your opinion of your large Bo Jackson-sized legs. I'm very profound, and that was a profound thing for me to say to all of you. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I've got a pretty good body. I'm proud of it. I like it. It's a little white, but I think I could. I burn too easily. That's why I stay out of the sun. So, but look, a summer's worth of mowing the yard without a shirt on, I think I'll be back to a nice, pristine bronze that glistens in the sun, because that's really what I'm going for. I'm going for nice bronze hue, not oh my God, blinding light. I thought a woman was sunbathing with one of those reflector dishes that they used to do with in the 70s. Let's see here. Thick thighs or thick thighs, like THICC thick, my friend. Yes, THICC. No, it's I'm gonna go with a K. I'm gonna hard K on my thighs. Hard K. Let's see. Don't forget the fact that those 31 people are wealthy white guys. Yes, I think that's a big part of it. It's part of the hierarchy. It's part of the patriarchy. Yes. Where have you been the last forever? Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to say. You can't convince rich people to do something. That's not how it works. You can't force rich people to do anything. We've been trying to do that for eternity. Never worked. Let's see. None of this would have flown in 1984 when I was the greatest baseball player alive. Hashtag fact. Keeping it 100. Sarah, hey, what's up, Sarah? Thanks for joining the show, Sarah. Better idea. Watch college ball and forget the drama queens. Go YO Cowboys. I'm a big college football fan. I love college football. I'm an SEC honk. You will find that out during football season. Which, by the way, the fact the SEC only has 6 teams in the top 25, I mean, the top 25 poll is just a joke. I mean, we all really know that. Jenna says, show us the body. That'll get views. Hey, you know what? You know what I've got on right here? See this section of my torso right here? 1.5 abs. Or actually, I think I have 2.5 abs. I think my wife and I counted them up. I got 2 right here, and I got 1 right here, and then it's kind of weird down here. I feel like I was born without like an organ. There was some sort of like sac or bladder that was supposed to grow there, and it just didn't. So I got kind of like this weird thing going on. I have a weird body, but I'm proud of the weird body. I also got all kinds of moles and freckles and stuff. I'm kind of a moly person. I found out the other day. I don't have a lot on my face, but I got moles. I got a few moles, especially on my back. I gotta get those checked on the regular. Jake says, I wish I could get myself to boycott the NFL, but the truth of the matter is I'm addicted. Yeah, Jake, I'm right there with you because I'm addicted too. I love football, and it's one of the greatest contradictions in me is that logically speaking, I know that it's bad. I know that it hurts the people who perform in it. I know that it's I know it's really violent and that it kind of contributes to a lot of problems in the way that people behave around sporting events. And they seem to reward domestic abuse against women, which is just astonishing to me a lot of times that they just seem to disregard that. I mean, the NFL is not a fan, they're not friends to women a lot of the times. I've talked to a lot of women about this, but women who love the National Football League, they don't feel like the league likes them very much. And that's a true feeling, you know, and they're kind of a little bit not apathetic about it. Maybe apathy is the right word. Yeah, they're a little bit disillusioned. They're like, yeah, I still watch, and it's not going to change. So, you know, that's what you know. That's kind of their feeling around how the league views them. Let's see. But yeah, I think that I'm addicted. I really love football. I really do, and so I think there's not enough football. I think we need more football. I wish that it weren't that bad, but you know what? I do know. I think in the past, the NFL is definitely a culprit in hiding the truth from players. I think that they've known that it caused serious brain decay for a long time. I saw this article on Yahoo. Eric Adelson wrote it about how, you know, Larry Fedora, who at the ACC Media Days basically said that you know, there's no link between CTE and football. And what he was saying was, Eric Adelson, in defending this, because he says that so-and-so gets, Larry Fedora gets ridiculed for telling the truth about CTE. And basically what he's saying is like, look, they're saying that there's no definitive conclusions that can be made yet about CTE in football. No, that's not what any of the scientists around CTE are saying. They're saying that we're very early on in the process of figuring out exactly how bad it is, but the idea that it's bad for you is not up for debate. The idea that repeated head trauma, even mild head trauma, or just the idea of jostling of the brain inside the skull doesn't cause CTE or doesn't cause brain decay is not only untrue, it's patently, like, it's a proven fact that is what happens. And the reason why I know that is because, unlike you, Eric, I actually read Concussion. I read the book. I had the author on. I talked to the author about it. I've actually spoken to Bennett Amalu, who wouldn't come on the show, but I did talk to him briefly about all this stuff because I told him I had a couple of questions. And essentially it's this. Look, the brain naturally produces something called tau protein, and tau protein is what helps the brain heal. So anytime you do get a mild brain bruise or anytime there's jostling, it's a very tender organ. So anytime there's bruising, tau protein is what goes in there and heals the damage. And so when you have repeated head trauma, your brain produces too much tau protein, and then it clumps together. And then that tau protein just basically gets really, really heavy because there's too much of it, and the brain starts to cave in on itself. That's what CTE is in a nutshell. And I don't think many people know that. But if you wanted to know whether or not that's a phenomenon that occurs, it is, and the primary culprit that causes it is excessive tau protein buildup, which is caused by anytime your brain moves around inside your skull too much. All right, so yeah, is there a link between football, which is where you get the most activity like that, and CTE? Yes, there is. Eric, yes, there is. Larry, yes, there is. Trent Dilfer, of course there is. But I'm telling you that as somebody who loves football and wants there to be more football. So, you don't have to lie about the truth to like football. You can accept the truth and still like football. It's just where your line is. Where do you draw the line between what's acceptable and what isn't? I draw the line at they know what they're getting into. And in 2018, they know what they're getting into. Prior to 2018, yeah, there's a big debate as to whether or not you actually knew how dangerous football was for you. Not now, though. Now you know. Okay, let's see here. Hard K. Wow, you surprised by the hard K? Thick. That's right. Thick as in tight. Hard K. Very hard. Hard thighs. Hard, muscular, manly, athletic thighs. Just imagine Cristiano Ronaldo, but pastier and hairier. That's what my thighs look like. Let's see here. Wade says, GoFundMe/AB donors needed for TJ. Jenna, how long did you take to count your 2.5 abs? I look in the mirror a lot at my body. I'm not ashamed of it. Just kidding. Awesome show as always. She is wanting to send Vance Joseph to the wilderness rather than coach the Broncos. She would rather just tie him up in his birthday suit, blindfold him. Facts don't matter to the NFL. Remember the $5 million word probable, exonerated by a federal judge. Goodell, fuck it, I'll punish him. Yeah, that's right. That's right. The NFL doesn't care about the truth. All they care about is employing their motives and actualizing them in the league. Tau, the third one. T-A-U, Tau. Not A-U-X at the end in his brain. That's why he talks the way he talks. Craig Christensen. Okay, here we go. Are you anti? You think that CTE is a myth like Trent Dilfer? Wade says usually in the NFL, if a line is there, someone snorts it. Fair point. Let's see. Savage Sarah in the hizzy. Yes. Well, if you want to hear updates on the Rockies, check out the Rocky Road podcast. Okay, yeah, it's we went the whole show without talking about the Rockies. I apologize. I actually do have. Wait, nope, that's not the right headline. Jimmy G-Spot dates MILF of the year ahead of horny Niners training camp. As you can see, that was the kind of mood I was in earlier. I really wanted to talk about this story because what is Jimmy G-Spot doing? What is he doing? He's paying MILF of the Year award nominee to go on a date and get photographed with him right in front of horny Niners training camp. What are you doing, Jimmy G-Spot? What are you doing, man? They were so goo-goo gaga over Jimmy Garoppolo in New England because he was so handsome, and maybe he's more handsome than Tom Brady. Maybe he's even better than Tom Brady because of how good he looked when Tom Brady was suspended, even though he got hurt. Everybody's gone crazy over him. San Francisco went crazy over him, and now here we are. Jimmy G-Spot dating a porn star. I mean, hey man, you do you. You do you. I've seen a picture of this woman. She is going to have back problems later in life, if she does not already have them. I don't know why some women want to do that to themselves. I'm a big believer in all natural. Your body, We've talked a lot about bodies on the show today. I love my body. I love your body. Whatever your body is, that's just embrace it. You know, be proud. Be proud of the way you were born. That's my motto. But apparently that's not Jimmy G Spot's motto because MILF of the Year nominee, porn star, she is. Let's just say she's over 21. She's definitely over 18, but not all of her. Not all of her. Okay, so Rockies sweep the Astros. That's all I need. As long as the Rockies sweep the Astros, I'm good. I'm good. Just get me to Broncos training camp. That's all I need. I don't need. Look, if this Rocky season will be considered a success in my mind if they sweep the Astros, which they are more than capable of doing. And hey, you know what? If you want to convince somebody else to give you a great player, go out and trade Brendan Rodgers before the deadline. Go get a starting pitcher like DeGrom. Go get DeGrom. You telling me DeGrom isn't available? Go get him. Go get somebody who you know knows how to pitch in the postseason. Give me somebody who can pitch as a starter regularly and isn't going to be helter-skelter, and give your starting rotation a little bit of stability. And then, yes, I think you might have a shot to actually impress somebody. But as things stand right now, I know why everybody behaves the way that they behave here in this town. It's around the Broncos. It's because the Broncos are the only good team that you've ever had here. I know the Avs have had their moments, but let's be honest here. It's a Broncos town through and through because of their legacy, consistent winning, and Super Bowls. So let's just be honest here. The second that Broncos training camp starts, everything else becomes totally meaningless. Other sports leagues, your hobbies, your interests, your TV viewing, the stuff you watch on TV, all that goes out the relationships with family members, friendships, work objectives. A lot of people are very ambitious. Ambitions die in football season. We're all about the Broncos. So we're going to have to prepare people to talk Broncos every day for the rest of the year, because starting next weekend on Saturday when training camp begins, that's all you're going to hear is Broncos stuff. That's it. So get on board with the Broncos right now. Come hell or high water. It doesn't matter if they're going to go 2-14. This town will be all about the Broncos. Broncos Central. This show, Phantom, noon o'clock, will be Broncos Central all season long. It's all we're going to talk about. We're not going to talk about anything else. There is no offseason for talking Broncos. I don't know if you guys have heard that, but there is no offseason for talking Broncos. So we're just going to do nothing but talk Broncos, even if they suck. We're going to talk about how much they suck. We're going to talk a lot about how much they suck. I'm guessing if I had to put an over-under on how much we talk about the Broncos sucking this year, I'm going to say yes. The over-under is yes. That's what the over-under is. We're going to talk about it. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Before we wrap up some of the comments here, I want to tell you guys about Brent Malia Properties. Go to tjsagent.com to check out Brent. He is one of the best real estate agents I've ever met. I went over to his house the other day. This guy, he just bought a new house himself. And this guy has already, because of all of his connections that he has in the industry to carpenters, contractors, electricians, all these people who he knows who fix him up and he trusts. He's gotten his whole army of people to come into his new house and fix this thing. He's only lived there for a month, and it looks like it's a brand new house. It's beautiful. It's absolutely spectacular. So even when you do move into your new house, that's not where Brent leaves you. Brent continues to make sure that you're taken care of even after the sale. So go to tjsagent.com. Also give him a text, 720-560-5855, or call. And then, of course, if you're looking for a mortgage in Denver, go to Platte River Mortgage, buying, selling, refinancing. It does not matter. Sean Sedita and his team at Platte River Mortgage will take care of you. They took care of us. Found a couple of glitches with our credit we weren't aware of, fixed them, and got us in at the best possible rate when we were buying our home. So if you're looking for a home, BrentMalia.com, Brent Malia Properties with Coldwell Banker. And if you're looking for a mortgage, PlatteRiverMortgage.com, Sean Sedita and Platte River Mortgage, Inc. So check them out. That's going to do it for us here on Noon O'Clock. Let's wrap up some of these comments here really quickly. Oh my God, you guys have been going through Cajun CTE. Yeah, that's what I thought. Rockies are irrelevant. Don't need to go through there. Wade said boobs are nice, but ginormous boobs are gross. Yeah, I'm with you. Sarah says back problems. You are a freaking hoot. Best line of the day. Solid. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you very much. I appreciate the love there. I really do. Let's see. Wade says that's the wrong gender, Craig. The Brokeback syndrome. I see. But it did originate in Colorado. Really, this day and age. Let's see. We're looking through here. Best home sailor. The best real estate agent is Brent Malia, Craig. Okay, and finally here, Wade says, Brent Malia paid for my children to go to college. He talked KJU down from nuking the planet. He opens the door for ladies. He once saved an orphanage from foreclosure using Uno cards only. That is amazing. I'm going to tag Brent Malia in a comment here just so that he can read that. Yeah, there you go. There you go, tagging Brent. Hope he enjoys that. Thank you guys very much for watching the show. We'll be back on Monday with more right here on Phantom. This has been Noon O'Clock. I'm TJ Carpenter. Later, y'all.